Hey you guys, Alana T. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. I see you guys showing up, showing out, showing love. I appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Follow me on the other platforms, Facebook, Alana T, Instagram at Miss Alana T, and TikTok, Alana T0. So, today we're going to get into Corbin Johnson. Corbin Johnson was a teenager who just disappeared and vanished in mid-air, after a job interview. His father dropped him off after a job interview, and he was never to be heard of again, which is very freaky, you guys. I have a young son, and that kind of freaked me out. So, yeah, I'm going to get into it. It kind of screams gang-related to me, but I'll let you guys decide. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Thank you, guys. I'll be back. Peace.
Corbin Johnson, the 18-year-old's parents say they dropped him off last week at a job interview, and they never saw him again. Now, if you're thinking maybe the teenager just ran away, Jacksonville police say they don't think so.
Looking for answers and to alleviate their anxiety, 18-year-old Corbin Johnson's parents turn to people they know and prayer.
Lord, this mother's heart is grieving.
Gathering with the community advocacy group, Mad Dads, friends, and family at this Northside Vigil, you can see the anxiousness in their faces. Corbin's parents say they have no idea where their son is after his friends called looking for him too.
Jacksonville police are now beginning an investigation into the murder of a teen who until last week was a missing person.
Tom, I have been looking into how police were able to identify the remains in just a matter of days. A man found them out here in this wooded area on Thursday.
July 11th, 2018. Corbin Odell Johnson's family's life was about to change, and his would be placed in jeopardy. That morning, Corbin had his sights set on placing the next piece of his life in place as he sought employment. Putting that effort in to make that vision a reality, Corbin had 2 interviews scheduled for that day. The first was with mammoth company Amazon, which he was present at. His friends Jerika Sims and Maka Johnson would speak to him via FaceTime while he was still at Amazon. The time was around 4 p.m. While on the call, Corbin would ask his friends if they can get something for him to eat, and also mention that he was awaiting transport. His friends would exit the call as Corbin was picked up by his father to make his way to another interview, this time at the major logistics chain, UPS. The time is 5 p.m., and Corbin was dropped off by his father to his second job interview for the day. When Corbin was finished with his interview, another family member would pick him up. The man arrived around 7:45 p.m., after which he took Corbin to his mother's Northside Biscayne Bay Circle home at around 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. While there, everything seemed fine, but something was about to happen that would become everyone's worst nightmare. Corbin would stay with his mother for about 30 minutes before leaving in a white vehicle. The vehicle wasn't a normal acquaintance of the family, as his mother was unaware who the person was who picked him up. Those last 30 minutes would be the last memories she had of her son Corbin Johnson. The following morning, his father would send his son a text at around 8:30 a.m. to check in on how he was doing, as Corbin wasn't selected for the job. But there was no response. Corbin did not return home, didn't answer his phone, nothing. Corbin Johnson basically went ghost.
I texted him that next morning around 8:39 because he didn't get the job to see how he was doing. I never did get a response.
The following morning after that, on Friday, July 13th, Corbin was still in the wind. He would regularly speak to his mother and friends via text or FaceTime in the past, but this time, there was no contact at all, and everyone began fearing for the worst. His father would make a police report that day, listing Corbin as missing. 5 days would pass, and still no sign of Corbin's return, prompting the family to take action.
Corbin's parents say they have no idea where their son is after his friends called looking for him too.
And they were saying he's missing. They haven't heard from him, and it's not normal for Corbin. Corbin is going to text me, he's going to FaceTime me, he's going to call me, and it's been 5 days, and that's not like Corbin.
Corbin was free to have his time with friends, but one rule his mother always stated was that even if you were out for the night, just be sure to contact and let her know that everything is okay. That didn't happen this time.
Like most young adults, Mormon says his son's mom has one rule when it comes to the cell phone.
The only thing that she asked him to do is just contact and let me know that you're okay. If you don't come home at night, okay. But just let me know that you're okay.
It's been a week, and neither of them have gotten that text.
Recalling that day, his friend Sims, who he regularly communicated with, would provide information stating that around 9 p.m. that Wednesday night, before he went missing, he called and they spoke again, and the last thing he said was he loved them and to be safe. Maybe Corbin knew something was about to happen that everyone else didn't, and that was his final goodbye. But who knows? The community was rallied along with the advocacy group Mad Dads at the intersection of Hart Road and Dunn Avenue, where the family said the teen was last seen to hold a vigil.
The site of this vigil, a convenience store at the intersection of Harts Road and Dunn Avenue near I-95, is the place family says Corbin was last seen.
There, they prayed and banded together to try to gather information and look for Corbin while pleading with the public for any assistance.
Tonight, this gathering of about 50 people, including the local community advocacy group, Mad Dads, are asking for your help finding this family's son. Looking for answers and to alleviate their anxiety, 18-year-old Corbin Johnson's parents turn to people they know and prayer.
Lord, this mother's heart is grieving.
Gathering with the community advocacy group, Mad Dads, friends, and family at this Northside Vigil, you can see the anxiousness in their faces.
Let's come together as a community, man. And if anybody know anything, please, please call JSO, call me, call somebody that you know. We just want to find our son right now.
Corbin has never been missing before, so the moment was traumatic and heart-wrenching. However, one piece of information provided to officers by the family stuck out. It could be the reason behind why Corbin was suddenly gone. According to news reports, the family told the police they were consistently concerned about the kind of friends Corbin would hang around. As a parent, the normal reasoning for this would likely be if those friends are partaking in activities that may not be legally or morally correct. Some hope would come in the form of new information. A man at a gas station around 3 miles away from the location of his Amazon interview would state that he saw Corbin get into a black car.
Corbin left a house over here with his buddies off of Harts Road, came up into this store right here, and was last seen getting in and out of a black car.
The family and his friends would have to endure a grueling year of searching and asking for information, only to have the case run cold. That was until, strangely enough, exactly 1 year after he went missing on July 11th, 2019, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office received a call. Around 6:10 p.m. that evening, an individual called informing officers that he came across a bag of skeletal remains while working in the woods off Utsi Road, North Jacksonville. The man, Joseph Cummings, who lived across the street, reported that he was clearing land with a brush hog when he ran over a bag exposing the bones inside. The bag was black, but the body inside it was first wrapped in a green tarp before being
about 10 feet away from where my tractor was.
Investigators were yet to connect the body to anyone, but that would soon change after sending the remains to the medical examiner for analysis. July 12, 2019, the following day, investigators began revealing that from the looks of the remains, foul play is suspected, and the remains may be linked to a cold case. Monday night, July 15, 2019, a few days later, news reports would break, revealing that the identity of the remains were found to be that of Corbin Johnson, and the case is now upgraded to one of murder. The search was now on for who was responsible for Corbin's murder. His family and friends finally got closure on one part of the mystery. They found their son, but that reality was a tough one to bear.
We spoke with one of Johnson's close friends over FaceTime today. She didn't want us to show her face on camera. What would you want to say to whoever's responsible for this?
I don't know what to say. Nobody mother should have to sit right here and just find their child like this. I just hope whoever did it just come forward.
With so much hurt and pain occurring through the community of Jacksonville over the shocking and tragic discovery, what happened next would have never been expected. Family and friends had to cope with another ordeal that showed the lack of empathy of gang culture and hip-hop, and in turn, how social media can take something negative and turn it into ignorant fun. The hashtag Where's Corbin would begin trending on TikTok with 3.9 million views. Little did his mother know what was the reason for that spike in attention to her son.
And I didn't understand where it was coming from.
She was surprised to learn the hashtag Where's Corbin reached up to 3.9 million views on TikTok.
It turns out it wasn't something positive at all. TikTokers were making funny skits about Corbin, not having any idea what happened to him or what his story was about. The viral trend was inspired by a song titled Beatbox Remix, Bibby Flow, by Jacksonville artist Julio.
The song used in the TikToks was released last year. It's called Beatbox Remix Bibby Flow by local rapper Julio.
What made the song and TikTok skit disrespectful to Corbin's passing and the family was the part in which TikTokers played.
The murder of an 18-year-old Jacksonville man becomes the center of a nationwide TikTok trend. Corbin Johnson disappeared in 2018. His remains were found a year later.
A rap song with details about the murder has been trending on TikTok.
The words of the song said, they found his bones, he was rotten. Where's Corbin? News reports would reveal that Julio is a member of the Jacksonville rap collective, KTA. His song was a diss to rivals with lyrics making fun of all that were murdered. The feud is a part of a long-standing one between members of the KTA and ATK, affiliates with the fellow Jacksonville rapper, Young and Ace. Jacksonville's sheriff's office has the groups down as dangerous and responsible for many crimes in the community. But what's more telling is that they state if someone disrespects their gang, they are liable to receive punishment and retaliation with their life for talking down on their crew.
It could be something as simple as me making a rap song about you and you don't like it. So one of your friends or one of your associates says we need to get back and we're going to do something, and they'll start a shooting.
This might be what happened to Corbin Johnson, who was friends with members of the ATK gang in the feud with Julio's KTA. To this date, Corbin's case remains unsolved, but his name has been the subject of many disrespected by KTA members, such as Julio in songs on the live post of his Instagram. Hopefully one day, the person responsible is found and put to justice, so the family can have full closure and know that the person who took the life of their son and caused them so much pain wouldn't be able to hurt any other family. Rest in peace, Corbin Johnson.